Roblox developer facing 2 life sentences. I don't know why, but Charlie is here to tell me why.
It's been a pretty
Moist me,
wild
moist
last
man.
couple of years for Roblox, with a lot of information being exposed about some very bad people in the community that have done some awful
Yeah.
things, as well as even Roblox themselves putting on the clown suit and doing some absolute dumb, awful ideas, such as suing a YouTuber for $1.6 million,
For
which ended
exposing
up
them?
being a giant nothing burger and a huge
Uh,
mistake on their part. They just ended up looking really silly and stupid in that case. And
okay.
really, Roblox has been kind of like Gotham City recently, with the amount of terrible shit going on and actual crime. I'm not exaggerating,
Yeah,
real
yeah.
crime. And that's what I want to talk about today. Ruben Sim, the YouTuber that was being sued for $1.6 million but walked away with a huge dub,
Uh,
has still been fighting the good fight against some predators
mm.
in the Roblox developer community, and one of them is now looking at potentially two.
In May, Arnold Castillo, aka Jordan Sheldsky, was placed in custody by the FBI. Ooh, these are events that led up to his arrest.
Life sentences.
Damn.
So huge hats off to Ruben for
Good
helping
shit,
make this
Ruben.
happen.
Fighting
The
the good
FBI
fight.
did step in and make the arrest after conducting their own thorough investigation on that same individual, and hopefully all of that goes well in court and is sentenced properly, because this shit is downright deplorable. And Ruben Sim also highlights all of the floundering that Roblox did when handling this. They didn't take any of this seriously. This was an open pedophile who was preying on minors in the community, saying terrible, awful shit, doing terrible things, and Roblox themselves did nothing to stop it. And it eventually
Um,
culminated in this
what
individual
the
getting a
hell?
15-year-old girl into a stranger's Uber, going 700 miles across the country to meet him at his apartment, and authorities busting in shortly after, since they were closely monitoring this guy.
What the hell? Oof. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Overall, absolute dog shit
Uh,
handling of this case by Roblox. They did nothing to protect the children that use their service, and it is mostly children. They did nothing when confronted with this information about a pedophile who had a.
yeah, I just want to know real quick, where were the parents at? I'm not saying I'm not blaming nobody. I'm just saying the parents didn't know anything about this. They're just they're just playing Roblox. But your kid gets into a Uber and is gone. Like the Uber driver's not gonna say nothing. I mean, I guess it's not I'm just lost for words, honestly.
An extremely popular game
What the
on their platform,
what?
and was using that level of fame to actively prey on minors. They did nothing
Oh
really
my
to stop it.
goodness.
Ruben took it into his own hands and worked with other members of the community in order to try and get this individual held accountable and taken off of the platform. So great shit all around from Ruben. Definitely go show him some love. His channel link is in the description of this video. And now I'm just going to show you some of.
So the person that did it was a developer of the game. And all the kids, they're like, "Oh, he's a developer and he's famous. He made the game." Like they look up to him, and he uses his fame to. And he was an open pedophile, and the rest of the rest of the Roblox developers didn't do anything about it. They should be held liable too. They should be facing some type of lawsuits or something. There's no way in hell you let a developer of your game be an open pedophile and is actively preying on children, and you're just complicit in the whole thing. There's no way. There's no way nobody else knew. There has to be some lawsuits going around. That's absolutely ridiculous.
The video he made talking about all of this and going over it from top to bottom. A Roblox dev got arrested by the FBI. What, today?
This is from
Ruben
his
Sim's new
stream.
video. But did it happen today, or is he covering the? Because I know
Let's get to the video.
about doing effort.
He uses a friend of mine
That wasn't like.
only knew him by his online aliases. He named himself Shabletsky after
Well, honestly, at this point, I should just go watch the original video. Yeah, I'm gonna just go watch the original video. If you guys want, I mean, link in the description of both videos, but Charlie's video is gonna be. They don't Ruben's channel. Okay, I'm about to say they didn't even link it. All right, good shit, Moist's editor or whoever.
Over the span of 5 years, Arnold went
Oh,
from being
Sonic.
one of Roblox's highest paid developers to being indicted on 2 felonies, facing 2 life sentences and $500,000 in fines. From what I understand, all of this started in 2017. Arnold was in the early stages of creating a Sonic the Hedgehog spin-off game called Sonic Simulator.
Okay.
Here's a video from his YouTube channel showing off an early prototype.
Okay. I mean, it looks fine.
I gotta say,
Roblox
Arnold's a
assets,
pretty
but it looks
talented
okay.
developer. His game got 90 million visits, it was well monetized, fully voiced, and it had a decently sized community.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it looks ridiculous, but that's pretty fucking
It was
cool,
well
man.
monetized, fully
That's pretty cool. And Roblox is free from what I know.
voiced,
So you could just play all these Sonic games for free.
and it
That's
had a
pretty
decently
cool.
sized community. And that's where the problems began.
Oh my god,
It was no
Discord.
secret that Arnold was very sexually inappropriate when he spoke with his fans. He even admitted to this in his video, responding to the document allegations.
It was pretty common knowledge that these jokes were being made in my community.
Oh, hold on a second. Oh
Maybe
my
not to
God.
the extent
You hate the cotton pickers, but there's too many dicks for too little holes.
it actually occurred, but definitely known. So far as to the point where I was known as the old man with kids in his basement.
We'll come back to this video later. There's one user in particular that Arnold became very involved with, who we'll call Sarah. Sarah was 12 years old in
12 years old.
2017. Arnold was 24. He knew exactly how old she was, but this didn't stop him from sending her sexually charged messages. You're 12. I expect you to be a little slow on the upbringing, but soon I'll corrupt you beyond your wildest dreams. End me, please. No, I'll rape you instead. You're the reason I'm gonna end up behind bars. Wow, that one aged well. These are just a few of the messages Arnold sent to this young girl, and she wasn't the only one. Nonetheless, he managed to dodge being exposed for his pedophilic antics for another 3 years, during which his game and subsequent popularity exploded. In September of 2020, I got a message from one of my viewers based in Japan. He sent me a tweet with a link to a Google Doc showing Arnold's exchanges with Sarah. That same day, Arnold uploaded a response video acknowledging that the things he said were inappropriate, but that they were just jokes.
Sure,
My sense
yeah,
of
I
humor
was
has always
joking.
been very harsh, dark humor, if
I
you
don't
will.
want to hear this bullshit. Fast forward. Don't want to hear it.
Here's what he
EDP445 said the same shit. Not interested.
actually sounds like.
Moving forward, I will not have this behavior.
Yeah, okay.
This shouldn't have been a joke in the first place.
Yeah,
He also
alright.
brings in a handful of people to give testimonials on how he's totally not a pedophile. It's worth mentioning.
And are they also 12 to 15 years old? Because their opinion doesn't mean a damn thing. We need an actual adult to try and voice for you, my guy. And even then, the evidence is very damning.
Single one of these people were on his payroll.
Hey there, my name
that
is
doesn't
Charlie.
even-
I'm currently 17 and I work.
17. You brought a 17-year-old to help defend you. What's next? You're going to bring out a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old? No. No, you're 17. Nobody cares what you have to say. Get out of here, kid. How old is this person?
For the
This year as a graphics lead.
Don't
Hello.
care.
I am Dead Inside Sonic. I've known Jaden for the past 4 or 5 years. I am a contributor to the Roblox game Sonic
How old are you?
Eclipse.
He sounds 17 to me.
I do animation and
Man, nah, fuck it. I don't care about any of these testimonials.
over the fine line of joking around.
obviously the DMs that
nah.
were exchanged between
What he said, but it was never meant to be handled seriously.
However, this doesn't give him the excuse to talk to these young individuals
They're obviously reading a script.
like that at all. Though he is not a pedophile.
Yeah, okay.
but Jaden is by no means a pedophile.
Yeah,
he
sure.
understands the clear dividing line between jokes and
Yeah, they're all reading this shit.
Safety of the victims.
Towards the end of the video, he shifts the blame onto the 12-year-old and
Of
calls
course.
her an attention seeker.
Of course,
First
victim
things
blaming.
first. Red, what I said to you earlier about my apology was completely how
Alright,
Red has no problem admitting that she craves attention. Her behavior
She's
before
12.
anything else really just kind of screams it.
This video
She's
was
12.
infuriating to me.
Let
Or
me read this
anything
shit.
else has no problem.
If you guys want to talk to me, then ping me. Okay, but I crave attention. Oh, I do too, but ping is rude. Like they're young. They don't know. I paid so much money on SEO, it's ridiculous. In all fairness, a lot of Robux came from Doc. Same. Annoying orange.
He just kind of
Wait, why is this?
screams it.
This video was infuriating to me, not just because he was downplaying what he did, but because his games were still up, his community was
He's
siding
still
with
making
him,
money.
and he was on track to completely get away with it.
Not
So I
free.
spoke up. I made a few tweets denouncing him that caught the attention of a Roblox staff member on the developer relations team.
And what
I
they did.
explained the situation to him. I gave him the email address of Sarah's mom, and I also showed him the video of Arnold admitting that the screenshots were real. Since the video is over half an hour long, I created my own video breaking it down in less than 7 minutes.
That's good.
Surprisingly, Arnold's main account was deleted not long after my conversation with the staff member.
Okay.
Arnold, however, prepared for this. By his own admission, the account they deleted wasn't his biggest source of income, and his revenue almost tripled after he was exposed. By the end of the month,
Bro.
his game was still up, he was still receiving
Still making
payments
money.
from Roblox, and no one had even bothered to reach out to Sarah's mom. I shared my frustration with the staff member, calling Roblox's response weak, saying, if DevRel really wanted to protect their users, they'd have deleted his game and curbed his Roblox income.
But why would they delete his game? His game is also making them money.
Roblox's bottom line depends on parents trusting the company with their kids' safety, and that's not going to happen if this is the response to child predators. Around October 14th, the holder account for Arnold's development group was deleted, but Roblox was too slow. Just days before, Arnold transferred ownership of the group to one of his friends, meaning the funds from his game were still accessible. 2 weeks later, he tweeted, "Thanks for driving more money to my game, man. Geez, you guys are really fucking stupid by giving me all this publicity." After all this,
yeah, okay.
Roblox still wouldn't take down his game. So on November 9th, I called my local police to file a report on him. I spoke with a detective who really seemed like he wanted to help, but since I didn't know anything about Arnold's real
Out of the
identity, there wasn't
jurisdiction.
much they could do. The only people who could have known who he actually was Roblox. Since Arnold was approved for the developer exchange, they must have had all his personal info. Had someone at Roblox been the one to make that call, it's my belief that Arnold would have been arrested years ago.
Yeah, but they didn't. They're complicit. Which is why they should be getting some type of lawsuit.
January of 2021, a Roblox account called Warhead Management was created and had the group transferred to it. I messaged the staff member about it, and it got deleted almost immediately. 1 week later, Arnold's friend successfully appealed the ban, saying he was the true owner of the account and had nothing to do with the situation. The account was unbanned on January 22nd. Less than 4 months later, Arnold posted a YouTube video showing that he's still the owner of the game. I also noticed the same Discord server he was using to procure underage girls was still linked on his game's page. I messaged the staff member asking if they could remove it, and his response was, "They can just add it back." Things stayed pretty quiet until December. A channel called People Make Games released a video on the shadier.
If that's the case, delete it anyway. Even if they do add it back, delete it anyway. And then just keep deleting it. And then just keep deleting it. It's your job to delete it, right? And delete it. Oh, well, they're going to make another one, so I might as well not do anything about it. You sound lazy.
Stayed pretty quiet until December. A channel called People Make Games released a video on the shadier sides of Roblox, which included an interview with Sarah herself, where she admits that watching Arnold's response video made her self-harm. People were rightfully upset at how badly Roblox fumbled this situation. 2 weeks later, Sega, the owners of the Sonic trademark, filed a copyright notice against Roblox, demanding that they take down Arnold's game. In 2022,
And Sega, from what I know, they rarely do that. They usually let fan games slide until they start making money. It's not like Nintendo. Nintendo, as soon as they get a whiff of anything that's theirs, they send the ninjas.
a group of highly skilled people made a breakthrough in finding Arnold's identity. I won't get into specifics on how they found him, but they narrowed down his real name, his city, his family members, and his old address.
Which is actually terrifying. Like, this is outside of the law, honestly. And it's good the guy got caught, but as soon as you're okay with hackers getting this person's information, what's stopping them from getting somebody else's information? It's a slippery slope. And it's all we have to do is say, "Oh, well, it's in the community's best interest that we get rid of the pedophile." It's like, yeah, but what if the person that did it went and they got somebody else's information that has no criminal history whatsoever. They just wanted to get their information, whether it was for private use or they want to sell it to another company or something like that. We can't be endorsing hackers finding people's personal information. Roblox didn't want to give us the information, so we go through legal systems. We can't just let this happen because as soon as you're fined with a little bit, it's easy for someone to justify and move the goalposts for them to take more and more stuff. We can't be okay with this. It's good that this pedophile is now in FBI custody, but the way we got the information is illegal. If this was the FBI doing it and they got this information illegally, it wouldn't hold up in court. And so he would be out and then he'd be still doing his thing. Even though now we know his name and stuff, he's still free. Like EDP. EDP is not behind bars because it was conducted improperly. It wasn't conducted through the right channels. I'm glad the pedophile's gone, right? I'm glad he's in FBI custody, but will he get convicted? I don't know.
I called my local police again, and they pulled up his case over the phone. I listened as the detective searched through public records and struggled to find a positive ID on the information I gave him. All the info I had was old. Given Arnold's history of using fake identities, I wasn't even sure if I had the name right. There were discrepancies with his birthday, his address, his phone number. Bottom line is, he was really hard to find, and the detective didn't seem confident enough to move further.
Yeah,
I told him
because how'd you get this information? Oh man, well, there's a guy who dove in and he found it, but I mean, it's all legal. How does the detective know how you got this information is legal? It's not going to hold up in court. Even if the FBI agent went along with this, it probably wouldn't hold up because it was obtained illegally or from some third party resource. It's not going to hold up in court.
Found anything else, I'd call him back.
So how'd you guys
I
get
really
him?
didn't have time to continue with all this. I'd just gone through a lawsuit from Roblox, and I really wanted to get back to making videos, so I forgot about everything until May, when one of my viewers told me Arnold had disappeared. He wasn't talking in his Discord server or responding to messages. A few people thought he killed himself. As it turns out, Arnold had been arrested by the FBI.
Following some breaking news tonight at 6 o'clock, 22-year-old Arnold Castillo of New Jersey is facing federal charges. The reason we're covering this
In December, he took interest in another underage girl from his Discord server. This girl was 15, Arnold was 28, and he decided to bribe an Uber driver $1,000 to have her picked up and transported 700 miles across state lines to his home in New Jersey.
One, as the Uber driver, $1,000 is not a lot. I'll be right back. Gotta grab my food. As an Uber driver, $1,000, that's not even a lot for 700 miles. That's a ripoff, if anything. And two, there has to be more to this. There's no way you just called a buddy and he's like, hey, I want you to pick this guy up $1,000 tip if you actually bring this person. Like, dude, no. Like the Uber driver, you're in the wrong, bro. Unless you were really down on your luck and you needed that $1,000, that's not the way to go.
When her mom noticed she was missing,
Okay.
she called the police. 2 days passed before she was able to meet with a sergeant and a detective at police headquarters, where she told them about Arnold. She knew of him by his fake name and the fact that a few months prior he had placed orders on Amazon to her house, including several $1,000s worth of electronics that were canceled after the delivery deadline was missed. The police got a hold of Arnold over the phone, and of course he claimed his name was Jacob Shedletsky and that he lived in California. He gave them copies of his Amazon transactions, and when they asked why his billing address was in New Jersey, he told them he has an associate living there who conducts all of his transactions for him. Less than a week later, police got a hold of his messages to the 15-year-old, found his IP address, and traced it to the same home address linked to his Amazon account. On May 11th, special agents with the FBI
You see, this is
initiated
how you
physical
do it.
surveillance on Arnold's apartment.
This is how you go. You go through the proper chain. And I get it. I'm not saying I was saying Ruben did the wrong thing. Ruben was definitely concerned for the little girl's well being. And it does take a while for law enforcement to actually do something. And sometimes, shit, in a lot of publicized cases, they're too late, right? So, understandable, Ruben's just trying to help the best he can. But there's ways to go about things, and there's ways you shouldn't go about things because it won't always hold up in court. But luckily, luckily things got handled.
And within minutes spotted him with the missing 15-year-old. They arrested him on the spot. He identified himself as Arnold Castillo and claimed he was 22. Obviously, this isn't true, and the agent who wrote his criminal complaint seems to think so too. This same agent found his response video on YouTube. In the video, Castillo's voice can be heard narrating over images regarding allegations that he is a pedophile. Based on his vocalized rebuttals, the allegations sourced from unidentified fellow social media users who were reportedly juveniles. Those users had apparently informed Castillo that they were teenagers, and he ensued by making sexual advances and other derogatory remarks towards them. In his posted video, Castillo admitted that his comments were inappropriate, but stated that they were supposed to be jokes. Based on these findings, your affiant suspects that Castillo may have been using social media in 2020 to attempt to communicate, lure, and exploit other juvenile females. When I learned about all this, I called my local police back and asked them to forward the info I gave them to the FBI. Arnold has since pled not guilty, and his trial is scheduled for November 7th.
I don't know about the information you're sending. The information you're sending was not obtained legally, so it probably won't even hold up in court. I mean, it's cool you sent it, but the court, the judge's job is to be on neither side. The judge is supposed to look at it openly. So when the judge looks at this evidence, it takes the lawyers time. They also have to put the evidence in, and then like they have to submit the evidence, and then if the evidence is accepted, then it can be used in court. So it's not like they're just going to pull it out. If they do just pull it out, the judge is going to be like, the evidence is dismissed. We can't use that. You never submitted this as evidence. We saw this in the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp case. You can't just submit evidence at the last minute like this is some type of movie. Like, oh, objection. I actually have this marijuana leaf that was smoked halfway, and there's DNA evidence of this guy on it. Well, did you submit it? No, I just wanted to pull it out now. Well, it doesn't count. So I mean, it's good you sent the evidence, but they're probably not going to use it. So he still has to be tried and convicted. Roblox community standards, and apparently they don't hold themselves to the standard. So what's going to happen to Roblox? I expect lawsuits. I expect fines. And Roblox has millions, if not billions, of dollars to just shh. Here, go away. Yeah, I'm not interested in what they say. I'm interested in what they do. Voices and actions aren't the same thing. Okay, well, that's the end of the video. Great video, but like I said, we Roblox themselves needs some type of lawsuit because there's no way they didn't know about any of this. I mean, hell, you reported this guy several times. His account was deleted internally several times. So they knew about it. Higher ups probably knew about it, probably didn't care. So I expect some lawsuits to go their way. It's very disappointing. It's good this guy has been reported and is now, facing trial for his crimes. But what about all the other things that go on behind the scenes in Roblox? All the other people that are complicit in these crimes and illegal activities, just deplorable actions. There needs to be some type of accountability because just saying, oh, it was a joke or, oh, we didn't know that this was going on. No, that's not good enough. These are actual children that are playing these games and are in these private discords talking to these mysterious people on the internet. Nothing but bad could happen. This is very disheartening and very disturbing. And it sucks because I know a lot of people that play Roblox and then they're just having fun, they're just playing with their friends. But people will take that innocence and they will use it and they will corrupt people and lead them to the harsh world of reality. Reality is not just a game. There's a lot of dark stuff that happens in the real world. So with all that being said, great video, Ruben. Shout out to Charlie for actually bringing light to this because I didn't know about this at all. I didn't know who Ruben Sim was, and I didn't know anything about this until I saw the Moist Critical video. So that's going to be linked in the description as well. Great video. Good on you, Ruben, for trying to help the best you can. Even some of the ways aren't technically right. I wouldn't say that they're a good thing to do, but you're trying, you're desperate, you want to help. I get it. But we're not Batman. We got to go through the law. Anyways, it's your boy Miss. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.